Hi, this is Buzz Waterston, the Globetrotting Dentist, and I'm here in a museum in Toledo, the Museo de Santa Cruz, and there is a collection of about 15 El Grecos here. And the most amazing one, and this is a quasi-religious experience, because I'm listening to "And the Glory of the Lord" from Handel's Messiah in the background while I see all of these religious works of the saints and the apostles by El Greco, whose style is just totally different from anyone else of the period. So I'm standing in front of a painting variously called the Assumption or the Immaculate Conception. I'm going to turn you around here. And let's see if I can just ride up here. And in this painting, at the bottom, you can see an angel with his wings billowing. And while in the city of Toledo, there's pretty much, the city's pretty much asleep at the bottom of the picture. And as you look up, you see Mary is being transported to God. And the expression on her face is just one of incredible religious ecstasy as she sees a vision of what's in heaven. And according to my guidebook, Rick Steves, and by the way, if you haven't invested in a Rick Steves guidebook, I strongly recommend it. He'll tell you all the things the other guidebooks won't. At any rate, but what you see here is what Rick Steves says is no painter before or after has painted religious ecstasy so faithfully. So at any rate, that's El Greco's The Assumption, or the Immaculate Conception, as some have titled it. So it's kind of hard to follow that with a dental tip, but that's my job. So let's say you are a terrible gagger. How do you get dental treatment? Well, one thing we found helpful in our office for just very short things like taking x-rays, we can place some salt on the tip of the tongue, and very often that'll control the gag reflex for just a few seconds, long enough to take a quick x-ray. For longer procedures, what we found is nitrous oxide is helpful for reducing the gag reflex. For people who are really, really bad gaggers, like my dad, sedation can be the only answer. So my dad came down from New York a few years ago, and he needed a procedure done on the last tooth on the lower right, and there is no way he could have gotten through this without sedation. It's pretty weird to sedate your own father, but I was able to do the procedure, didn't gag once, had no memory of the procedure afterwards. So if gagging has prevented you from getting dental treatment for, well, let's say most of your life, look into a dentist who does conscious sedation, which is, you're in la-la land and you have no memory of the procedure afterwards, you're awake, you can talk, but the gag reflex is generally gone. It's maybe the only way you can do things. I've never treated a patient whose gag reflex was so bad that conscious sedation didn't work, but if you're that person, there's always general anesthesia. So this is Buzz Waterston signing off with religious music, beautiful religious music in the background, and have a great day.